What's up, everyone? Welcome to Element. Today, we're going to start our edition. Before we get started, I want to lay a couple of ground rules how I'm going to be play through. As you can see, I've pretty much already done platinums for. Uh, what I want to talk about is during cutscene conversations, let the pretty much let the gameplay do talking. I might, say what dialogue set the basic dialogue tree say, but for the most part, I'm going to be quiet during those sections. It's going to be a basic playthrough. I'll be talking during gameplay and stuff like that, but during conversations and stuff, I'm going to be letting the gameplay do it. So I absolutely love that new the new Bioware opening. It's so great. All right. Starting a whole. Um. Yeah, for those that don't know, that kind of followed, I've done pretty much already a play. So this will be my second full playthrough of Legendary Edition. I haven't really touched the harder difficulties, so Insanity is going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to this. Vigil, man. I love this. How they reworked the title screen. Love it. I could just sit here for hours. We're not going to, but I could just sit for hours. Title screen. When I first started my first playthrough, that night I loaded this up, started playing it, and I about cried. I loved it. It was great. I love this. Rex. We'll go through all the characters before we get started. You gotta see them all. There's Tally. So the way I kind of want to do these playthroughs is I'm gonna start with Mass Effect. We're gonna work in some Dragon Age. I have a couple other games I'm gonna work in. Those two are gonna be a surprise for my content drops for about the week. Hey, it's Saren. I forget he's in. But so we're gonna be, the episodes are probably gonna be about an hour, about what you would expect to watch TV. Mass Effect I really wanted to do on a harder difficulty. There's Caden. Because I've done it before and I want to show a full sanity. So it'll be fun, I believe. I think. I also want to point out that I don't really have any editing software, so there's everybody's favorite Garrus. So any mix-ups, any mishaps, all that right now, we'll just have to deal with. In the future, when I get better hardware and software, I want to be able to put out better content. Until that time, we're gonna do what we're gonna do. There's Ashley. I love Ashley. She's my favorites. And I'm gonna be giving out lore and stuff as we go through. The reason why I decided to do there's Anderson. The reason why I decided to do a let's play instead of like going through and doing Twitch is my internet's kind of chunky sometimes, doesn't want to work right. So that I can record and then send it straight to YouTube, and it'll be a little bit easier. So it shouldn't be too hard. And streaming schedules are hard to keep up with. I feel like I can keep up with better with a gameplay. Record some, upload it to YouTube. All right, let's go ahead and start. I do like the work.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database.
That's great.
Classified information requested. Establishing secure connection. Secure connection confirmed.
Okay, so we're gonna be doing entering a new ID. I will be playing as a custom male shepherd. I will eventually do it. We'll be doing a handful of Mass Effect Trilogy playthroughs. Right now, we're gonna go through the playthrough I like to do the most. We'll do a male, then we'll do a female because I want to see the Garrus relationship. But for now, we're doing male shepherd. I have to keep his name as John. I don't know if I've really talked about this a whole lot. My grandfather, who was very near and dear to me, he's unfortunately passed. His name was John, and I'm able to make a lot of connections from Mass Effect to my grandfather. My grandfather fought in World War II. He was actually part of the Normandy invasion. So the SSV Normandy, it's kind of a connection to me there. So yeah, there's a lot of connections there. My grandfather was a military man, so I like going with John on.
Please log in to access your profile.
Oh, I love this.
Warning, data corruption detected. Please reconstruct profile.
Yeah, that's not what it looked like originally.
Confirm pre-service history.
Okay, so another part that I kind of like to do is kind of shout out to my grandfather. My grandfather was a military kid. His dad was Army Air Corps, which was basically the Air Force. So I always go with a spacer background. I've done the other ones, but for purposes of this playthrough, we're going to be doing a spacer.
Confirm psychological profile.
We'll do a different kind at some point, but I enjoy the War Hero. It's a nice, easy Paragon storyline.
Confirm military specialization.
So, the reason why I go with Soldier, and why I'll go with Soldier for this playthrough, is I feel like Shepard is kind of like the Captain America of the team. They don't really have a special ability like biotics or stuff like that. Being the soldier, you're kind of like you use guns, you're able to do damage through guns, but you kind of get relegated as support staff kind of to some degree sometimes. So I kind of feel like that kind of fits that whole playthrough. That, and there's some stuff later on where I kind of feels like Shepard being soldier kind of fit. Now this one, I wasn't sure what to do with it. I think I'm gonna go electronics for the purposes of this one. Ooh, I don't know. Barrier might be good. I don't know. A single biotic ability just to mix stuff up might go a long way for helping me out. So because I unlocked all these, it'll help. We're gonna go barrier, actually. I think it'll help to have barrier.
Confirm facial identification.
I go default
Profile
Shepard.
reconstruction complete. Identification confirmed.
We're going all the way to insanity. Yep, all enemies scaled up relative to player level. Bosses and sub-bosses scale radically. All enemies have protection. Bosses and bosses have immunity. Auto level up turn it off. I want to control it. Legendary mode, we're going to roll with legendary leveling. I feel like that's going to make this playthrough, it's going to help with this playthrough. It'll make it a little bit easier, but this still isn't going to be easy. I promise you. I'm going to have subtitles turned on, just for, a lot of times leave them on just so I can read while I listen. I'm going to turn them on because, just for sake of anybody watching who wants to be able to see what's being said. Squad power usage is going to be turned to none because I'm going to be telling them what to do. Otherwise, shenanigans will go down. Autosave is on. I want as many autosaves as possible to go down. Alright. And then I'm going to be quiet when we enter this cutscene because I absolutely love this first cutscene now.
Well, what about Shepard? He's a spacer, lived aboard starships most of his life.
Military service runs in the family. Both his parents were in the Navy.
He proved himself during the Blitz. Held off enemy forces on the ground until reinforcements arrived.
He's the only reason Elysium is still standing.
We can't question his courage.
Humanity needs a hero. And Shepard's the best we've got.
I'll make the call.
Arcturus Prime relays in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Commander?
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot. Acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit. Green. Approach run has begun. Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1. Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emission sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment. So you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead, so that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
They don't send Spectres on shakedown runs.
So there's more going on here than the captain's letting on.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance Brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
He sounds angry. Something must have gone wrong with the mission.
Captain always sounds like that when he's talking to me.
Can't possibly imagine why.
So that was the opening of Mass Effect. Give us a good introduction to some of the opening characters. Joker, Aiden, Anderson. Get a little bit of a look at Nihilus. Before we really get going, I want to show off some stuff. We have our codex here, which, if you listen to the podcast, you will know that we reference it a lot. My wife, Kate Quellen, she will read these secondary codexes. Some primary ones.
The Systems Alliance.
The primary ones are voiced. We're not going to go through them. Here we have our journal. It tells us what our assignments are. Right now, we're just log on the norm. You are Lieutenant Commander Shepard, Executive. And then we have our level up. So this is going to be interesting because I've never had barrier. So immediately throw points into that, and I want to throw my other 2 points into charm. Why am I putting a lot of points into charm? Because charm is going to save me the trouble on a lot of fights. It's going to get me out of fights, and it's going to get me equipment that's going to make this game a lot easier. And then I don't really have. There's no there's no weapons that. Photo mode is available. We'll mess with photo modes. But yeah, this is the SR1. SSV. Sorry, SR1.
I'm telling you, I just saw him. He marched by like he was on a mission.
He's a Spectre. They're always on a mission.
And we're getting dragged right along with him.
Relax, Presley. You're gonna give yourself an ulcer.
Good old engineer. So the basic idea for this is I'm going to play it mostly Paragon, especially early. I'm going to throw some Renegade option selections in 2. Some here and there in 3. 3 is a little bit more... Doesn't take... Some things that are quote-unquote Renegade aren't really Renegade. But here we go. We're going to go ahead and start.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down at engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission. The whole crew feels it.
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run? It doesn't add up.
What do you know about the stealth systems?
I just know it masks our location from scans and sensors. Cutting-edge technology. The Normandy's the only ship with this prototype drive. But why are we fully staffed? A skeleton crew would be cheaper, less chance of security leaks too. Plus there's Nihilus. It's pretty obvious this shakedown run is just a cover.
For what?
Damned if I know, Commander. We're out here on false pretenses. I'm not a fan of being left in the dark.
Do you have a problem with the captain?
No, sir. But I can't figure out what he's doing here. Captain Anderson is one of the most decorated Special Forces officers in the service. If he melted down all his medals, he could make a life-size statue of himself. You don't send a soldier like that on a do-nothing mission. He's treating this shakedown run too seriously. Something big is going on.
You don't trust Nihilus?
I don't like Turians in general. It runs in my family. My grandfather fought in the First Contact War. Lost a lot of friends when the Turians hit us.
That was 30 years ago. You can't blame Nihilus for that.
No, I guess not. But it still makes me nervous to have a Spectre on board. Especially a Turian. We're an Alliance vessel, human military, but Nihilus doesn't answer to the captain like the rest of us. Spectres operate outside the normal chain of command. And they don't come along just to observe shakedown runs. Nihilus looks like he's expecting some heavy action. I don't like it.
I'll see if I can get some answers when I see him.
Good luck, Commander.
Yeah, so that was the first conversation with good old Navigator Presley. I could do some more exploring on the Normandy. Right now, I'm going to hold off on it. I want to touch on some of the stuff Presley talked about not trusting Turians. That's going to be a common theme in this, about humans not trusting the alien. And it's very prevalent in Presley and with Ashley. And we're going to talk about it some the deeper we get into it. And Presley, you don't really see his character change in this game, I don't believe. Ashley's, it takes a long time to get to it. But you kind of see the worth of their character as things go. And I've talked about some of this on Twitter. I've shown some of this stuff about why humanity doesn't trust the Turians, especially why there are people that really don't like them. And honestly, the humans that don't like them, a lot of them have good reasons for not trusting the Turians. The Turians could have wiped out all the people on getting the name of the planet right now, but they could have wiped out all the people on the planet Shang-Chi. Luckily they didn't, but they were gearing up to do that and to hit Earth, and it took the council to kind of step in and stop that. So let's go ahead and go on close.
I grew up on Eden Prime, Doc. It's not the kind of place Spectres visit. There's something Nihilus isn't telling us about this mission.
That's crazy. The captain's in charge here. He wouldn't take orders from a Spectre.
Not his choice, Doc. Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want. Kill anyone who gets in their way.
Oh, you watch too many spy vids, Jenkins.
Yeah, we're going to go into this conversation with Aquas.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
You need to calm down, Corporal. A good soldier stays cool, even under fire.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
Just treat this like every other assignment you've had and everything will work out.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself in the Blitz. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
You're young, Corporal. You have a long career ahead of you. Don't do something stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, sir. I'm not going to screw this up.
What can you tell me about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other. They don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I hope we get a chance to see him in action. I heard Nihilus took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Only what I've heard. Spectre agents work directly for the Citadel Council. They usually work alone or in small groups. Spectres don't have any official power, though. Basically, they're a shadow organization with a mandate to preserve and protect galactic stability.
Protect it at any cost. Don't forget that part. Spectres operate above the law.
Why don't we have any of our own people in there?
Spectres usually come from the Council races, like the Turians. We've been trying to get a human accepted into their ranks for years now. So far, it hasn't happened.
Hey, Commander, you'd make a good Spectre. You're a war hero, right? Held off an entire enemy fleet during the Blitz single-handed? That's the kind of talent the Spectres are looking for.
This is all just wild speculation. The Spectres aren't interested in recruiting humans, no matter how capable.
How do you control agents with unlimited power?
I suppose the Council could revoke the Spectre status of an agent who got out of hand. At that point, Citadel Security Services would take over.
Those C-Sec grunts wouldn't stand a chance. The Spectres were 20 ordinary soldiers. The Spectres police themselves. An agent goes rogue, they send another agent to take him down. That's Spectre justice.
The Corporal's confusing romantic legends with reality, Commander.
The funny part is that Jenkins ends up being right. Sorry.
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful, Commander. They've been real careful with development so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony. At night, I used to climb this big hill and stare across the fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Not really sure, Commander. Eden Prime's one of our most stable colonies. Good place to take the Normandy for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger there. There's gotta be something else going on. We've got a Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound up. I can't wait for the real mission to start.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
Yeah, so like I said, there's some heavy foreshadowing there about what's going to what would happen with Spectre. Pretty interesting. I like how they kind of threw Nihilist. So I'm gonna go ahead and conversation play out.
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
What about?
I'm interested in this world we're going to, Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
They say it's a paradise.
Yes, a paradise. Serene, tranquil, safe. Eden Prime has become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it really?
Do you know something?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
I figured there was something you weren't telling us.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir.
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Are we expecting trouble?
I'm always expecting trouble.
There's more, Shepard. Nihilus isn't just here for the beacon. He's also here to evaluate you.
Guess that explains why I bump into him every time I turn around.
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
You held off an enemy assault during the Blitz single-handed. You showed not only courage, but also incredible skill. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
I assume this is good for the Alliance.
Earth needs this, Shepard. We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
What do you know about the Protheans?
Just what they taught us in school. They were a technologically advanced species that ruled the galaxy 50,000 years ago. Then they vanished. Nobody really knows how or why, though I've heard plenty of theories. But everyone agrees, galactic civilization wouldn't exist without them.
Their citadel is the very heart of galactic society, and without their mass relays, interstellar travel would be impossible. We all owe the Protheans a great debt.
I'd like to know more about Eden Prime before we touch down.
It's a peaceful farming world, but it represents something much bigger. Eden Prime is one of our oldest and most successful colonies. It proved we were ready to face the challenges of settling new worlds, to forge a place for humanity beyond Earth. It symbolizes humanity's growth and evolution as a spacefaring species. And after this, it will be known as the world where humans made a discovery of galactic importance.
Why is this beacon so important?
All advanced galactic civilization is based on Prothean technology, even yours.
If we hadn't discovered those Prothean ruins buried on Mars, we'd still be stuck on Earth. That was just a small data cache. Who knows what we can learn from this beacon? What if it's a weapons archive? We can't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Like who?
The Attican Traverse isn't the most stable sector of Citadel space. There are plenty of raiders and criminal groups active in the region. They might figure a Prothean beacon is worth the risk of attacking an Alliance ship. Plus, Eden Prime is right on the border of the Terminus systems.
The Attican Traverse is under Citadel protection. If the Terminus systems attack, it's an act of war.
Technically, yes. But some of the species in the Terminus might be willing to start a war over this.
The last thing the Council wants is to get dragged into a major conflict with the Terminus systems. We have to keep this low-key.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
Get down!
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need...
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5. Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Very ominous.
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
Ready and able, sir.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck!
We are approaching drop point 2.
Ship perimeter secure, Commander.
I want to point something out that I've been thinking about since I've started this.
This place got hit hard, Commander. Hostiles everywhere. Keep your guard up.
I feel like they, in one of the updates, they must have updated how Anderson looks, because his design is a lot better than I remember it looking in this. So I'm gonna go ahead and level up my squad mates here. I give him barrier right out the gate every time, and then with anybody that has decryption or electronics, I push those as far ahead as I can. And then the most important level up in the entire game. Job is to find the beat. You are in charge of the ground team. Dropped on the Eden Prime and Alliance colony. Attack. Your primary goal is to find and secure. Even this opening area, they've redesigned a little bit. Not since I played it, but just the design of it's a little.
What the hell are those?
Gas bags. Don't worry, they're harmless.
I love the design of the gas bags. I feel like it's underrated. Also the HUD, how they... Just the update on the HUD is fantastic. And actually splashing through water. I always come up here because I feel like at one point in time there was a box up here. Maybe I'm just imagining it. I know there's an upgrade kit here, which has a high caliber barrel. I'm throwing that right on my... Here's I might have some minor stick drift going on this controller. I've had this controller for a while, so that doesn't really surprise me, but it's nothing that's game breaking.
Oh god, what happened here?
So we have some hard bot. Either utterly destroyed. Before I move too much further, I want to compliment the redesign of this planet, because before the sky was just red, but now it looks like, okay, something bad happened here, and the sky looks like the sky should. Like, it looks like a sky. I love it. It looks great. Oh, Jenkins is dead. Alright. Throw barrier. Okay. I am on insanity, right? Because I don't remember it ever being that easy. Okay. Well, first fight is through. I got through it all right. Go check body.
Ripped right through his shields. We're out of chance.
We'll see that he receives a proper service once the mission is complete. But I need you to stay focused.
Aye, aye, sir.
I do love that. It's just something simple to acknowledge that Jenkins is dead. I thought that was really well made. It's small, but I mean, you know, a lot of games, especially games that came around this time in 2007, probably wouldn't have addressed it. I'm sure when
I've got some burned out buildings here, Shepard. A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
Sure, as this mission progresses, I'm gonna have tougher sections, but as of right now, I'm doing alright. I think I've even taken a hit yet. Oh, you stupid gas bag. Alright. Doing pretty solid. I love Ashley's introduction there. So well, I feel like it's such a well thought out. That is it. Like just how they brought this character in, because Ashley's briefly introduced in that cutscene with showing Eden Prime. So showing her as survivor, fantastical. Okay, Aiden, you need to have your assault rifle.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, sir?
Are you wounded, Williams?
A few scrapes and burns, nothing serious. The others weren't so lucky. Oh man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
This isn't your fault, Williams. You couldn't have done anything to save them.
Yes, sir. We held our position as long as we could, until the Geth overwhelmed us.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, sir. It's time for payback.
What else do you know about the Geth?
Just what I remember from history class back in school. They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians a few centuries ago. They were supposed to be a source of cheap labor, but ended up turning on the Quarians and drove them into exile. Well, after that, they just kind of disappeared behind the Perseus Veil. Nobody's really heard much from them since.
Tell me everything you know about the beacon.
They were doing some digging out here to extend the monorail and expand the colony. A few weeks ago, they unearthed some Prothean ruins, and the beacon. Suddenly, every scientific expert in the colony was interested. That's when they brought us in to secure the site. I don't know much about the beacon itself, but I heard one of the researchers say this could be the biggest scientific discovery of the century.
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Describe what happened leading up to the attack.
We were sent out a couple of nights ago from the main colony to secure the area. Seemed like a routine patrol, until the Geth hit us. We never knew they were coming.
Move out.
You may have noticed that I didn't bring up Nihilus. That's because I like the little cutscene you'll see, but when we find Nihilus again, it's I enjoy the extra bit of dialogue. So yeah, this is Ashley. If you're only basically familiar with Mass Effect characters, you've probably heard some stuff about her. During this playthrough, I'm going to talk a little bit about dispelling some of that stuff. In the near future, I'm going to be putting out a podcast talking about it too, through Ezo. But until that point, this is Ashley. She's one of my favorite characters in the franchise. She's awesome. I like a lot of stuff about her. I like how she's introduced. So yeah, let's start working our way trying to find Nihilus.
The beacon's at the far end of this trench.
Basic ground and chemical. And we got Scorpion. Right out the gate, I'm gonna go ahead and give Scorpion 1 to Caden. Trade for him. For now, I think I'm going to take chemical rounds, and I'm actually going to give Caden the basic quad for assault rifles 1 and combat armor 2. Clear the codex. Alright. Way down. Thing's called Dragon Teeth. Dragon's Teeth will play a significant. I'm gonna do a precursory save here. I'm not sure when the last autosave was. I'm just gonna. Nice. Level up on 4. That did almost nothing for me. Okay, be careful. There we go. Alright, almost had to use melee there. Whenever you see a hunt or what, or one of your squad mates make a mention, then it's usually a good idea to talk to them.
Impaling victims instead of just shooting them. There must be some reason behind it.
Classic psychological warfare. They're using terror as a weapon.
Dig site.
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
You think anyone got out of here alive?
If they were lucky. Maybe hiding up in the camp. It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
Okay.
Change of plans, Shepard. There's a small spaceport up ahead.
Nice.
I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
So the thing that's interesting to me is they're getting reports from Nihilus, and Ashley's just kind of oblivious to it all. So one thing I'm going to talk about real quick before we get going again is they put in a part where the weapons act differently. Find this out. Details it does it? Yeah, the details will tell you the differences. So the Banshee features a high rate of fire, fires a 3-round burst, and has average accuracy. Whereas the Lancer, standard issue rifle for the system's alliances, it is accurate when fired at controlled burst, but suffers low accuracy during sustain. So obviously a automatic. Same thing with this one. Scimitar is a heavy shotgun from a combine, fires larger than normal rounds, sacrifices accuracy, power. Awesome. I love it. Holy gosh. 6 upgrade point. Like I said, it's going to go away. It's going to go a long way into helping me upgrade quicker. But since I'm on sanity, I feel like that's... Oop. Onyx, still a point. First aid. Combat armor 3. Combat 4. Assault rifles 2. Soldiers 1. See? 3-round burst. I love it. I love the differences. Makes replay so much more fascinating.
Looks like they hit the camp hard.
It's a good place for an ambush. Keep your guard up. Oh God, they're still alive.
What did the Geth do to them?
I I now introduce you to the most wildly inconsistent enemies in the game, the Husks. Oh crap. Ooh. That first set of Husks really is a little terrifying.
Now we know what those spikes are for. Turning our own dad against us.
Yep. Here. Got a crate. Got some more stuffs that'll come in handy. Okay. Check out our equipment again. Ashley can have the new star. To give this one Aiden. Shepard. Fantastic sniper rifle. So I do like how they brought back the hacking minigame. I'm gonna show this. Classic, super easy. Boom. Go into a conversation.
Humans, thank the Maker.
Hurry, close the door before they come back.
Don't worry, we'll protect you.
Thank you. I think we'll be okay now. It looks like everyone's gone.
You're Dr. Warren, the one in charge of the excavation. Do you know what happened to the beacon?
It was moved to the spaceport this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to help pack up the camp. When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide. They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon, only ruin and corpses will remain.
What else can you tell me about the attack?
It all happened so fast. 1 second we were gathering up our equipment. The next we were hiding in the shed while the Geth swarmed over the camp.
Agents of the Destroyers, bringers of darkness, heralds of our extinction.
We could hear the battle outside. Gunfire, screams. I thought it would never end. Then everything went quiet. We just sat there, too afraid to move, until you came along.
Can you tell me anything about the beacon?
It's some type of data module from a galaxy-wide communications network. Remarkably well preserved. It could be the greatest scientific discovery of our lifetime. Miraculous new technologies, groundbreaking medical advances. Who knows what secrets are locked inside?
We have unearthed the heart of evil, awakened the beast, unleashed the darkness.
Manuel, please. This isn't the time.
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a brilliant mind, but he's always been a bit unstable. Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape? No hope? No. I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of his meds after the attack.
Say goodnight, Manuel.
You cannot silence the truth. My voice must be heard.
Oh my God! What did you do?
That might have been a little extreme, Commander.
You can't just go around whacking people in the head.
It was only a matter of time until he did something crazy and dangerous.
I suppose you're right. By the time he wakes up, the meds will have kicked in.
Williams, take us to the spaceport.
Good luck, Commander.
So yeah, I am planning on doing mostly Paragon, but there's no point in playing this game if you can't have fun, and that is one of the best interactions. We can just knock the hell out of Manuel. It's I mean, okay, so he does have mental illness, and it's not violence against mental illness, but the way this is portrayed is supposed to be funny. But yeah, it's I always enjoy that bit. It's always kind of entertaining.
Saren.
Nihilus.
This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing here?
The Council thought you could use some help on this one.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
Well, it looks like our buddy Nihilus had a savory end.
What is that? Off in the distance.
Well, that was terrifying. That is, yeah, one of the cooler moments in the game, but always unsettling. Sovereign. Got him. Oh, assault rifles. Okay, I was kind of worried about that exchange because those husks aren't easy. Alright, we got through that. I feel better now. And we got another decryption. And another conversation.
Everybody stay calm out there. We're coming out, we're not armed.
Is it safe? Are they gone?
You're okay now. Nobody's gonna hurt you.
Those things were crawling all around the shed. They would have found us for sure. We owe you our lives.
I still can't believe it. When we saw that ship, I thought it was all over.
It showed up right before the attack. Knew it was trouble the second I saw it, so we made a break for the sheds.
Tell me everything you remember about the attack.
The three of us were working the crops when that ship showed up. We just saw it and ran. I don't know what happened to the rest of the crew.
They were by the garage, over near the spaceport, right where that ship came down. No way they survived.
You don't know that. We survived. If they made it to the garage, they could have had a fighting chance.
Do you know anything about the Prothean beacon they dug up?
We're just farmers. We heard they found something out there, but it never really mattered to us. Not until now.
What else can you tell me about the ship you saw?
I was too busy running to get a clear look at it. I think it landed over near the spaceport.
Tell them about the noise, Cole. That awful noise.
It was emitting some kind of signal as it descended. It sounded like the shriek of the damned. Only it was coming from inside your own head.
It was probably trying to block communications.
Whatever it was, felt like it was tearing right through my skull. Almost made it impossible to think.
I have to go.
Hey, Cole, we're just a bunch of farmers. These guys are soldiers. Maybe we should give them the stuff.
Jeez, Blake, you gotta learn when to shut up.
You have something to tell me, Cole?
Some guys at the spaceport were running a small smuggling ring. Nothing major. In exchange for a cut of the profits, we let them store packages in our sheds.
You're breaking the law, Cole.
We're not hurting anybody. Hell, most of the time I don't even know what's in the packages. Just thought there might be something we could use. I found a pistol. Figured it would come in handy if those things came back. But you'll probably get more use out of it than we will.
We're risking our lives to save this colony. You sure there's nothing else in here that could help us out?
Yeah, there's one more thing. I was gonna sell it after this was over, but you probably deserve it more than I do.
Who's your contact at the spaceport, Cole? What's his name?
He's not a bad guy. I don't want to get him in trouble. Besides, I'm not a snitch.
He might have something to do with this whole attack, Cole. We need his name. It's important.
Yeah, okay, you're right. His name's Powell. Works the docks at the spaceport, if he's still alive.
I have to go.
Good luck.
Kind of see why why I kind of like taking the speech check, or to maximize her speech checks. This game comes in handy. And give Shepard the best. Yeah. Excuse me. Okay. Ooh. Alright, so we've got more weapons. So the Avenger is similar to the Banshee, but it does a lot more damage. Do that, or the give that. Nothing special. All right. So, this whole section, and I'm going to be a little bit over on an hour on, just because I want to get through Eden Prime. But yeah, seeing that ship for the first time and it coming over, two of the best moments early on in this.
Commander, it's Nihilus.
That we found Nihilus. That was the wrong button. Let's investigate.
A Turian? You know him?
He's a Spectre. He was with us at the normal.
Something's moving, over behind those crates.
Wait! Don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
Sneaking up on us like that nearly got you killed.
I'm sorry, I was hiding from those creatures. My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
I need to know how Nihilus died.
The other one got here first. He was waiting when your friend showed up. He called him Saren. I think they knew each other. Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back. I'm just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
We were told a Prothean beacon was brought to the spaceport. What happened to it?
It's over on the other platform. Probably where that guy Saren was headed. He hopped on the cargo train right after he killed your friend. I knew that beacon was trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it. First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I hadn't been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
How come you're the only one who survived? Why didn't anyone else try to hide behind the crates?
They never had a chance. I was already behind the crates when the attack started.
Wait a minute. You were hiding behind the crates before the attack?
Sometimes I need a nap to get through my shift. I sneak off behind the crates to grab 40 winks where the supervisor can't find me.
You survived because you're lazy?
If you hadn't snuck off for that nap, you'd probably be dead just like all the others.
Yeah, I guess. I don't really want to think about it.
You're Cole's contact here on the docks. For the smuggling ring.
What? No! I mean, what does it matter now?
So I'm a smuggler, who cares? My supervisor's dead, the entire crew's dead. Doesn't matter now, does it?
Anything hidden nearby that we could use against the Geth?
A shipment of grenades came through last week. Nobody notices if a few small pieces go missing from the military orders.
You greedy son of a bitch. We're out here trying to protect your sorry ass, and all you can think about is how you can rip us off?
I never thought you'd actually need those grenades. Who'd want to attack Eden Prime? We're just a bunch of farmers. How was I supposed to know?
Forget about him. He's not worth it.
You're lucky the commander's here, pal. Hand over those grenades.
They're yours. Take them. My smuggling days are over, I swear.
A lot of Marines died here, Powell. Those grenades could have come in handy. If I were you, I'd think of some way to make it up to them.
Yeah, okay. There is something else I was saving. Could be worth a fortune. Experimental technology, top of the line. Take it. I don't need it. I didn't want anyone to get hurt. Really, I'm sorry.
Tell me about the Geth attack.
It was quick. 1 minute that ship was descending, the next, those Geth were swarming over the platform. Thousands of them. They must have been inside that mothership. They shot anything that moved. It was a massacre.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the beacon?
They brought it here this morning. We loaded it up onto the train and shipped it to the other platform. Hard to believe that was only a few hours ago. Feels like a whole other life.
Tell me about this mothership you saw.
I've never seen anything like it before. It was huge. Landed over near that platform. The whole place got dark as it came down. And it was making this noise, this sound that bored right into your brain. That's what woke me up. The attack came a few minutes later.
We need to find that beacon before it's too late.
Take the cargo train. That's where the other Turian went. I can't stay here. I need to get away from all this.
So yeah, that was a interesting conversation. Found out the guy that survived the attack only survived because he was sleeping behind some crates. And this first section of the game is pretty loaded with conversations like that. So yeah, so that pretty much ate up a lot of this first hour. But pretty much the rest of this section is going to be, a lot of it's going to be combat. So, a lot more commentary, a lot less sitting there watching people talk. But yeah, this is one of the tougher sections early, just because of the linear nature of this area. Unless you're really good with a sniper rifle. Or stuck, apparently. Got his ass. Alright. Move forward. If I can get a better shot in. Nope. Not gonna work. I'm gonna have to get them to engage me. Ah, shoot. Dang. One over there, too. Alright. Yep, there's one on that other side. I see him now. Ooh, that killed him. Nice. That first grenade I threw earlier, it didn't do nothing against that one guy. I know this is the first mission, but I feel like I'm doing alright. Alright. Now, another difficult section. I do love this first mission, though. It's great.
Set the charges. Destroy the entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were here.
I love that. So, I think about it, every time I think about it, I figure out new things that are being referenced in the game. And, you know, obviously Eden Prime is a Bible reference. You know, talking about the Garden of Eden.
The Geth must
But I didn't figure out how literal it was until recently about how you gain knowledge that was hidden from you. Or not really hidden from you, but kept from you in this mission. It's you know, and you find it on Eden or in Eden, so pretty kind of similar to the Eden story in the Bible, the Adam and Eve story. Not 100%, obviously, because the things that the thing that you're given knowledge about isn't something that's it's something that'll help you, not necessarily something that's yeah, maybe you shouldn't have known about, or you weren't supposed to know about, but the whole reason why you weren't supposed to know about was because of something benevolent, not malevolent. Or the other way around, reverse it. It was something malevolent, not benevolent. Because in the Bible, Adam and Eve found their knowledge about from the apple in the Garden of Eden, knowledge that they weren't supposed to have, that was kept from them by God. Which, I mean, God is benevolent in the Bible. Sometimes does some stuff that is, pretty radical, especially in the Old Testament. But yeah, I wouldn't say God is a bad thing in the Bible. But in this, we learn knowledge about, is where we get the knowledge about the other bad thing, or about something bad that's going to happen. So it's a little bit different. Variant armor already? Jeez, just spoil the game. I'm gonna back up because I don't want to stay away from the gap or the hut. Okay, I got through that area. So there's some bonus stuff around here that wouldn't hurt to find. Definitely a good thing to look around and make sure you get most, if you can, equipment, especially early on in this. Pretty important. But look at this is where supposedly this is one of the sections where Sovereign will hit, and look at the destruction. Destroyed some building. Utter chaos. I'm radioactive. Rounds. I'm sure there are some differences between radioactive rounds. I'm not 100% sure what they are. Let's look at them real quick. Oh, cooldown reduction. That's. And there's a mini cutscene you can get to trigger here. Exciting. I'm gonna see if I can't trigger it by going back up here. I'm not sure. It's not that big a deal. All it does is just kind of shows you, gets you better what happened. Yeah, let's go.
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is amazing. Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up. Something must have activated it.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
No, don't touch it! Too dangerous!
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime. The Normandy, a human alliance vessel. It was under the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
This human must be eliminated.
I'm just gonna say those huge cutscenes are fantastic. I love the re-edits and how they made them. And sound.
Dr. Chakwas, I think he's waking up.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
Like the morning after shore leave. How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
You had no way to know what would happen.
Actually, we don't even know if that's what set it off. Unfortunately, we'll never get the chance to find out.
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. The blast knocked you cold. The lieutenant and I carried you back here to the ship.
I appreciate it.
Physically, you're fine. But I detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death? Destruction? Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh, Captain Anderson.
How's our XO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
Chief Williams isn't part of the Normandy crew.
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
Williams is a good soldier. She deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why I added her to our crew.
Intel dropped the ball, sir. We had no idea what we were walking into down there. That's why things went to hell.
The Geth haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries, Commander. Nobody could have predicted this.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
I didn't do anything wrong, Captain. Hopefully the Council can see that.
I'll stand behind you and your reports, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best, a living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
He didn't come to Eden Prime because he hates humans.
You're right. Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how. I don't know why. But it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
What are we gonna tell them? I had a bad dream?
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology? Blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction? Whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
We prove Saren's gone rogue, and the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
I'll contact the Ambassador and see if he can get us an audience with the Council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
It seems like Shepard, Anderson, and the crew have their work cut out for them, trying to expose Saren for what he did on Eden Prime. Like I said, I adore what they did. I say adore. I adore everything. I love what they did with those two, with all the cutscenes, and even back in 07, that little bitty interaction with Ashley, where you can put her down for bringing you to the Normandy instead of a local hospital, or you can, thank her for doing her best, is fantastic. And I believe it's the same way with Kaidan. With great stuff. But I'm actually gonna end the session for today, guys. Start off again right here next time.